Hello, my name's Sam and you're watching Sew Let's Sparkle with Sam, and today is my Busy Bees Challenge, Transformation Challenge Reveal. And ta-da-da-da, I thought I'd just show it straight away. So here is my cocktail dress. So for the transformation, I decided to take a cocktail dress, a dress made from cocktail material, that I'd made in my very first early days of sewing, which I totally messed up, made far too large because I just didn't measure things properly, and I made it pretty much 2 times too big for me. So I have transformed it, but I had a little help. I had a little help because I thought I would do a kill 2 birds with 1 stone situation. And for 6 weeks 4 weeks of the challenge and 2 weeks before the challenge, but I knew that the challenge was kind of going on. I was attending something called Revive that we run where I work at Carole and Rose School of Sewing. And Revive is a sewing course that basically helps you repair and revive your clothes. It takes you through hand sewing, it takes you through invisible repair, visible repair, little bit of tailoring, fitting, and then in the last 2 weeks you bring a project along that you want to transform an old garment into something new. So although I didn't make this at the course, I did have advice for this from the course. So what I did was I've completely changed the shape of it. I'll pop some pictures of me wearing it up while I do the explaining, because my mannequin it looks great on my mannequin, but it actually looks much better on me because it has been made to fit me. And as I found out to my cost, I am a tiny bit bigger than my mannequin around the breast area. So I need to figure out how to make my mannequin a bit more true to form in that area. I think I'm going to have to do some kind of modification to my dress form, because while I was making this, I did, in true Sewing Bee style, kind of pin and drape it all to my mannequin, used my mannequin to help me. And I had it all fitted and lovely. And then I took it off my mannequin and put it on myself, and it fit me everywhere bar around my chest. And it was, and it was a little bit indecent. So back to the drawing board, as they said, and I had to do a little bit of redesigning. But luckily, because of part of the construction, I'd left quite a lot in the seam allowance, so I changed the neckline a little bit. I changed the halter neck design and I made it work. So yes, so I will just turn the mannequin round briefly. Bear with me a second. So you can see the back in a little bit more detail. So those are the straps of the back. And then I've done a sheared panel. I don't know whether you can see that very clearly. I will try and take lots of pictures so you can see. And I've done a sheared panel at the back, and that really helps with the fitting around the bust and also gives it lots and lots of shape. So yeah, so as I said, I will put lots of pictures of me wearing it so you can see. I basically based the design on a dress, ready to wear dress that I bought from Sea Salt that I love to wear. And so I kind of took that design and copied it, but I didn't copy the dress. I just copied it I took the bodice that I already had. I made the bodice shorter, and I took it from, because it was a lined bodice, so I took the back off, and I chopped the back in half and used the full length of the back and sheared to make the sheared panel. And then I used the lining of the bodice to make the little panels here and here. The only thing that I was actually stuck with was where the bodice panel finished, because I only had that much fabric, because that was the original bodice. So in an ideal world, if I was to make this dress again and I just had fabric to make it with rather than a dress, I would make the first bodice before the tier a little bit longer. And the reason for that is when I wear it, because I do have a bust, my bust makes the dress rise a little bit, and then the bodice doesn't quite sit where I envisaged it sitting. It's very comfortable and it looks fine, and to be honest, compared to what it was before, which was a completely unwearable dress, it's great, and I can see myself wearing it for parties and things, and yeah, so it works. I would just do it differently. But considering that on the sewing bee, normally the dresses are just pinned to the mannequin and are not meant to be serviceable dresses, I'm quite pleased with it. So I will, as I said, I'm going to try and take as many pictures as I can so you can see as many details as you can, and hopefully by the magic that is YouTube, they will be appearing on your screen. So I really enjoyed this challenge. I really did. It really took me out of my comfort zone. As I said, I'm quite new to dressmaking, and this really challenged me. But I learned so much from it, and I was really grateful for the challenge, because it's really helped me understand a lot of dressmaking kind of hacks, if you like, that I just had to research to make it. So I did really enjoy it. So on to challenge 3, the final challenge. So the final challenge, I have to say, when the ladies at the Busy Bee challenge told me what challenge 3 was, I was quite surprised, because I was fully expecting to do a made to measure challenge just like they do on the sewing bee. And then when the lady said, oh, it will be a free pattern, I was like, oh, okay. And I was fully expecting a garment. But, however, challenge 3 is a free bag pattern. So you can choose any free bag pattern that you like and make a bag. So I've been thinking about this a bit long and hard, because I make quite a lot of bags, and I've looked at lots of the bag patterns that the ladies have suggested, and I've looked at lots of free bag patterns online, and there's lots out there, but they all seem to be very simple bag patterns. So I couldn't really hand on my heart tell you that I haven't made a bag like that before, because I probably have. So I was really struggling with finding a free bag pattern that I hadn't made before. So I hope nobody minds. I've made the challenge a little bit my own, keeping within the rules, but a little bit of my own. So I have found a free bag pattern from a company that I have never ever used before for bag making. I'll put all of the details down below of details that I can share. Obviously I'll share more when I reveal the bag at the end. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my take on free, and I'm going to do free motion. So mine's going to be a free bag, free motioned bag pattern, because I want to challenge myself. It's a challenge, and although I've made quite a few bags before, I've never free motioned a bag before. Actually, I've never, other than putting tiny little details on, I've never done a free motion panel for a bag before. So I thought that would be really nice, and I thought I would take you through my whole journey in it. I've recently reached 2,000 subscribers, and a lot of my subscribers had asked me if I would do a free motion tutorial. So I've decided that I'm going to kind of merge it all together, and I'm going to take you through my whole journey of making the free motion panel for my bag. So that will all be revealed on, I believe it's the 30th of September, because if we're keeping the same as the 30th of July, the 30th of August, it will be the 30th of September. If I've got that wrong, I apologise. So as you can see, I'm in my spare room today, and I've changed position just so that I can get the very last of the day's light, so that you can see my dress. But I have to say, it's really quite dark and miserable here in Leamington Spa today. So apologies if it hasn't been the best light for filming, and if you haven't seen the dress in all of its glory. But as I said, I will try. I'll put a video on next of good stills of the dress so that you can see it. So are you going to join in with me? Are you going to have a look and see if you can find a really good free bag pattern, and perhaps have a go and make a bag that you haven't made before? What I've decided to do is, just because of time, I haven't managed to do it before now, but I do have a lot of experience of bags and making bags. So I'm going to put together my favourite bag patterns and some of them hopefully will be free, and I'll share them with you in another video between now and the end of September. So I hope you enjoy that. So that's it really for me and my challenge 2, the Busy Bee Challenge 2 Transformation Challenge. Thanks ever so much for watching. I'll see you all again soon. Don't forget to sparkle. Bye for now.